What is up, guys? Welcome back to the SoBackSports podcast, and we're so back with another episode. And I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus here and there because obviously there's not much, really to talk about. But as of right now, we have Super Bowl weekend. The NFL awards just happened a couple of hours ago, and we just have a lot to talk about in that sense. And then later on, we'll talk about the off season. But before we get into that, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We have episodes mostly coming out for the rest of the off season. So if you are very interested in hearing us talk, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. Always subscribe to SlashingGotNext. And enough of this intro. Let's get on to the big thing. So hey,
Yeah, what's up?
how you feeling? Like, how's it going? It's been a while.
Life is good, man. Life is good. Super Bowl weekend. I'm excited, obviously. And yeah, I'm just excited, man. This is a one day of the year where you can go spend some time with your family and friends, watch some football, eat some good food, and just sit back and watch some two of the best teams in football play the Super Bowl. I'm excited for Kendrick Lamar in the halftime show. Excited for that. Just starting to get I started to listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar's songs, so you know the Grammys just happened too, so he killed it at the Grammys, so I'm excited to see that too. Um yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people are mad about this matchup. I actually personally like this matchup. Chiefs Eagles, I like it a lot. I think these are just the two best teams, and I think we're destined to have a really good game. And last year, people were mad about the Chiefs Niners matchup, and we ended up having a game winning, like it was a really good game. It went to the buzzer beater. Like the 49ers lost off a buzzer beater. So I'm excited. And yeah, that's how I feel right now going into Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that. And I guess that goes to our first topic predictions going into, this Super Bowl Sunday. And, you know, it's going to be a interesting game.
Mhm.
So, what are your predictions on this? Because,
All right.
I already put out my predictions out. But I'd like to
Yeah,
hear your thoughts on
yeah,
this.
I'll definitely make my own video about that too. But for this, honestly, I'll just debut my prediction here. Might as well. What a better place to debut it. I think this is gonna be a really, really good game. I think it goes down to a game-winning drive, like last time. And yeah, I just can't Eagles are so good. Like I'll say this, Eagles, like Saquon Barkley is that guy. Like he is that guy. Um, and I just think that they're gonna go run first. I mean, this team's a run first team. Um, 4th and 1, we all know what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the tush push. Um, and their defense. I mean, they're +10 in turnovers. They have 10 turnovers they've created on defense and 0 turnovers on offense. So that's winning football right there. The Chiefs also have not. They only turned over the ball once in this postseason, which was a fumble. But I think both these quarterbacks don't turn over the football. I think it's gonna be a clean game from both these quarterbacks. I got the Chiefs winning this game 27-30. So I think 30-27 Chiefs win this game. And a game-winning field goal by Harrison Butker to win the game. I think Jalen Hurts plays his ass off this game. He silenced the haters, but once again, and I'm one of those haters too. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. But I think when the moment gets big, I'll give this to Jalen Hurts. He does play better. So I think the Chiefs win this game 30-27 in a game-winning drive. Harrison Butker hits it like the last time. I think the last time it was in Arizona. This time it's gonna be in New Orleans. So I'm excited. This could be Travis Kelce's last game as a Chief. I mean, as an NFL football player. So we gotta witness greatness here. I mean, I really want to see this happen, like a three-peat. I'm a Mahomes guy. I like him a lot. Um, yeah, just if he gets the Super Bowl, he's one step closer to being the undisputed greatest of all time. So, you know, I'm excited, man. I'm excited what the Chiefs can do. I think the Eagles have a really good chance here. The way that they're playing lately, but I'm gonna give the edge to the 2-time defending champions and 3-time Super Bowl champs, Kansas City Chiefs here. So yeah, that's our prediction.
Yeah, I mean, pretty. I mean, I think that the Chiefs are going to win by 5. I think my prediction was 35-30. I think, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, the
but
Chiefs not kicking a single field goal.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
kind
think
of weird,
that
but I see what you mean. Yeah,
I think like I feel like it's possible.
yeah.
I feel like that could possibly happen, but you
Yeah,
never know. It's a prediction, but at the end of the day,
yeah, for
it's
sure, for
the
sure.
Chiefs winning it. I feel like the Chiefs are going to win it.
Mhm.
Um, but honestly, I wouldn't mind the Eagles either. And honestly, I don't. I just want a good game at the end of the day. Like that's all I
Really,
really.
you're okay with the Eagles?
Saquon
You of
wins it
all
as well.
you of all people like the Eagles,
Listen, I don't like the Eagles whatsoever,
but like you want
but
them to win.
I don't want either to do like
But what if
that's what I'm
this
saying.
what if
It's
this was
like
Chiefs? What if this was Chiefs Cowboys?
Chiefs Cowboys. Ooh, it's
Oh
almost as
damn, you don't
bad.
like. Oh, you don't like the Chiefs. Like you're
I
not like
mean,
you don't like them like winning a lot.
that's with any fan. I mean, you get kind of tired of it.
That's fair.
But that's just me. I'm
Guys,
tired
I'll
of
say
the
this,
Chiefs
guys,
winning.
guys. I'll say this, guys. If you guys don't know, like, if you guys don't watch my videos, I'm a Warriors fan. Like, I like the Warriors. I mean, you guys can say whatever you want. So I'm used to seeing like teams win a lot. So I guess I have a different lens when it comes to this. Like, I like to see greatness happen, but obviously obviously everyone in the NFL are entitled to their opinion. Like SoBack is entitled to his opinion to who he likes. It's fine. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, so you don't want like you want both these teams to lose.
I'm rooting for the Meteor, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that.
But I
But
thought you literally introduced me to Mahomes, man.
I
That's crazy.
did, I did. But that was like
This guy
before.
be introducing, dude. This guy be introducing me to all my like favorite players, bro. You introduced me
Yeah,
to Justin Fields. You introduced me to Patrick Mahomes, Stephen Curry, and I ride out, and then you end up don't liking the match later. I don't know if you
I
don't like
like Steph
Curry.
Curry. What are
Yeah,
you talking
okay,
about?
okay, no, okay. Curry, you're okay with. I'm saying with everyone else, bro. Like,
I like Justin Fields still. I mean, I don't mind him. Like, what have we talked about?
Mike Mahomes, like you want to lose it, bro.
I mean, Mahomes already wins. It doesn't matter. He's 3-1 in Super Bowls. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, he's won. Like,
I
he's
know,
won more than
bro.
a lot of
But like,
Hall of
think
Fame
about it. Think about it. Like,
quarterbacks have.
but think about it. For an organization like the Kansas City Chiefs, it's not even in Boston. It's a team in Missouri, right? Missouri doesn't have that much greatness, and to do this in Missouri, like I understand, like Boston, like come on, they had the Celtics, they have the Bruins, they got the Red Sox, and then you have the Patriots, and like Tom Brady doing it, like people hated it because like it was in Boston, like you're doing it
You're
in like one of the
forgetting. I feel
hated cities.
like yeah, I agree. But it's like that's with any dynasty. I
No,
mean,
but
the
like I
Chiefs are
just
a dynasty.
no, but I understand, but like for the people in Missouri, man, like I'm just happy for them. They get one team that's actually good. Like I know the Blues are like they're decent, but they finally get a team like this, and
Yeah,
I'm just happy for them, man. Like there's nothing else to do in
I
Missouri.
don't
I'll be
know. But
honest.
it's like I don't know. That's with anything. Like then the fans start to get arrogant and stuff like that, and just like yeah. But I mean that just comes with success, you know. I mean you can't really say much about it, but that's just how it's gonna be. That's just really
Okay,
how it's
but out of these two teams, who would you want to win?
neither. Like genuinely, I could
Damn, you
care less.
hate. Like I know you. Like I remember in Super Bowl 57, you did not want the Eagles to win.
I know I didn't, but that was before the three-peat. Like that's before all this. Like it was
Dude,
different times. I mean,
like
yeah,
you
I
hate the
probably wish
Chiefs,
for
man.
Mahomes to win over, but like then it's like that. Then it's whole thing when it comes to in-depth things. But I don't know. It's something that's like beyond football, but it's like it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, this is probably going to be a good game. Like honestly, I don't really care who wins.
That's the thing with Mahomes, man. Like whenever he goes to the Super Bowl, and something we haven't seen about Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, and Nick Wright also like he kind of like nailed it on first things first. He's a huge Kansas City guy. It's like Mahomes has never had a full four quarters of a game where he played amazing in the Super Bowl, right? He's always played amazing in the second half. He's always come back. But can the Chiefs this Super Bowl, can we finally see, like, I have no doubts about Patrick Mahomes. Whether how he plays, like tomorrow he, decides to retire, he's in the Hall of Fame. Okay? But I'm saying this, what I would like to see from Patrick Mahomes this Super Bowl is like have a clean game and you go out there and dominate this game. And I think you have the chance to do that. You are the better quarterback. You are the better quarterback. It's not even close. So I want to see this from Mahomes, a clean all four quarter of a game. I think Mahomes is talented to do that. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs beat them by 3, man. I'm excited for this, man. I'm really excited for the Super Bowl. You guys know I like Mahomes a lot, man. I really do. Even though he could have been a Bear. I really like him. I think he's the most talented quarterback of all time.
For his sake, I'm glad he's not a Bear. Like genuinely, for his sake, I'm glad.
I think I think if he wins 3-peat, he's the best of all time. I don't think he's the greatest of all time, but he's the best of all time. Meaning
what's the difference?
The best. Okay, there's a difference. So I think he's a better player than Brady of all time. He has the accolades. He's better than Brady, but you can't say he's greater than Brady.
Accolades-wise, he's not there yet.
No, but I know that's what I'm saying. But he does have the accolades to be in that conversation. But I think he's a better athlete, and I think he's a better player. He is. I just think that Brady has done more, right? And he's had the longevity stats, right? So that's why I think Mahomes will be the best of all time if he wins this game. And I think he already is, but if he wins this game, he just adds another layer to that conversation. So that's my thing. I think Patrick Mahomes, he's on the route to being the greatest of all time, but I think if he wins this game, he'll be the best of all time. This is my opinion, though. I think highly of Mahomes, though. So I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me there, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
and
I feel like he has a long way to go. I think like he's close, but he's not there yet for sure.
But here's the thing, though.
A couple more years.
I think if he
gets a couple more Super Bowls, then yeah.
No. I think if he gets a 3-peat, right, and then we can move on to another conversation, another segment. But if he gets a Super Bowl, right, he will do something that Tom Brady couldn't. Right? Tom Brady went to 3 Super Bowls, but he didn't win all 3. He won a Super Bowl 51, 52, and 53, right? And he also won the Super Bowl 49 too. But he didn't win all of them. He didn't win all 3 straight. It's so hard to win 3 straight. And with the way that you can't retain all your players, it's like, it's impressive. And if Patrick Mahomes does that, my question to you is, does he need 7 Super Bowls to be the greatest of all time? That's my thing. Like, does he need it after 3-peating and doing something that Tom Brady could not do?
I mean, I guess you can say it does make him have a seat at the table for the conversation of the GOAT if he does get the 3-peat. But it also keep in mind.
I'm saying, like, does he need 7?
I think he needs, he definitely needs to be near that number. And I think it's too early right now because, listen, Mahomes is just only in his 7th year in the NFL.
And he's never ended a season not going to the AFC Championship game.
No, I agree. That's fine. But I feel like it's too early to say that in his career, to say that he's the GOAT already.
I'm not saying he's the GOAT. No. That's not. I think you're misunderstanding my question. I was asking you if he does this, in your mind, he did something that Brady couldn't do. Can he?
It will only help him.
Can he be the GOAT? Does he need 7? Does he need 7? No, but I'm asking. Does he need 7?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Probably need 7.
Why would he need 7?
No, you know why that is, right? Because he's had the opportunity. Excuse me, I have some sores right now, so it's kind of hard to speak. But you got to keep in mind, like, as much as, Patrick Mahomes, if he does get the 3-peat and all that, that's fine and all. But the one thing he has what Tom Brady has over Mahomes is that he's beat him not only in the AFC
Oh my
Championship
god! Don't bring
game,
this up.
but
Oh
also
my
in the Super
god.
Bowl as well.
Okay, wait. First
So,
of all, we gotta bring in context here. First of all, Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl, and okay, yeah, but people say that about Josh Allen. He did not get the ball back. No, he didn't get the ball back. And you know what's crazy, guys? He had one of the worst defenses that year. No, he did. That year, Mahomes was the 1 seed and had one of the worst defenses in the league in 2018. Now let's fast forward. Let's go to 2020. I think it was 2020. He plays Brady in the Super Bowl. His whole offensive line, almost all of it, all injured. With COVID, like come on. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the Bucs did not look that crazy. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, the Bucs torched the defense though in 2020.
Okay, yeah, but I think that if Mahomes had a better O-line, the Chiefs could have put way more points, and it would have been way more like a balanced game.
Okay, but at the same time,
I don't care about that Brady argument because I feel like Brady, he's always had the better team when he's played Mahomes. Okay, let's be honest. When Josh Allen plays Mahomes, every time the teams are even. The teams are even.
Yeah, and Mahomes owns him. Yeah, that's fair.
Josh Allen
only beats him in regular season. There's no.
Yeah, I get it. But Brady, he can't be the best. He can't. Okay, my thing. No. You can't say that Brady argument is better because I think that's just such a. You had to bring in context to that, bro. I'm sorry. If we switch roles and Mahomes was on the Bucs and he was on the Chiefs in those 2 games, they lose.
But I don't see. Listen, if you're talking about the GOAT conversation, that doesn't matter. Yes, context-wise, it does favor Mahomes. It helps for sure, but you can't really say that just because you had all these excuses. He played Brady twice, okay, and that's just part of how it is. You can't really control that when it comes to your offensive line being all out with COVID and stuff. Yeah, I know it's unfair, definitely unfair for Mahomes, but I'm just saying that's just the reality of the situation when it comes to the conversation. The fact that matters in the playoffs when the lights are bright, and it really matters when it's one and done.
But you three-peat, dude.
Beat you.
But you three-peat.
Yeah, but okay, but at the same time,
he didn't get the ball back in the AFC Championship game.
That would be in the argument when it comes to
Mahomes didn't get the ball back
unless Mahomes three-peats and gets at least up to 6 rings with the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever teams he's on. He will, unless he does that, he won't be the GOAT. He won't be the GOAT of the.
What if he gets a lot of MVPs?
What do you mean? Well, but rings matter. In this case,
what if
Brady?
Okay, but Brady only has 4 MVPs. What if he gets 5 MVPs, 5 rings? Do you put him in the GOAT and he three-peated?
Probably, yeah. If you get 5 MVPs and 5 rings and a three-peat, yeah, okay, I can say that because he has 2 things now that Brady hasn't done, which is the three-peat and the MVPs. Then maybe, yeah.
Really, if you look at tape, just look at the tape. Who do you think is just better? I'm as a better quarterback.
It's not about that. Listen. There's so many players in the NFL that are gifted athletically and gifted as a quarterback. Cam Newton, for an example, came out of Auburn, one of the most gifted and most talented quarterbacks that are out there. Has an insane build, but he didn't get the job done.
But we're not comparing Cam to Pat, bro. We cannot be comparing Cam to Pat.
Let me finish, okay? Because listen, Patrick Mahomes, yes, he's talented. He wins games. I agree. But you have to see longevity-wise. Right now, it's too early on in his career for me to even say that he's in the conversation. He's nearing the conversation. He's not there yet. But I just think that he has to win more. I think he has to get this three-peat first. That's a big thing. Because if he doesn't get this three-peat, then it's he's behind still. So
he's going to get the three-peat. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that he will get the three-peat. Now, will he get 6 or 7 rings? I can't guarantee you that. But
I mean, you never know.
Pat will get
I
it
mean,
done.
right now he's on
No, no,
good
no.
footing and he's already approaching fourth ring.
Pat will get it done. Pat will get it done. Because guess what? You can have the better defense. You can have the better receivers. You can have the better O-line. But if you don't have the better quarterback, you will lose majority of the Super Bowls. The one Super Bowl the quarterback was worse was Nick Foles. Nick Foles and Tom Brady. That's the one time the worst quarterback won the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't say he was the worst. He was actually like good.
No, but like a worse quarterback than Tom Brady. Like when they go match up head to head,
Eli
taking
Manning.
Tom Brady. Okay, sure, Eli and Tom. That's it. Those are anomalies. But okay, let's look at all the Super Bowls. Like, I'm sorry, I'm taking Stafford over Burrow. That year, I'm taking Stafford over Burrow. That year, Stafford was different.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes and Brady, like Mahomes was getting there like when they played, but Brady was a better quarterback. Back then, Brady was better. At the time, Brady
You're lagging real quick. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like, okay, I guess he's having some technical difficulties. But
I know Mahomes was MVP. Was that? Yeah.
oh dang. Okay, this is really bad. I think for the most part, I think the conversation still stands. I think in general, we all are what is it called? Having to figure out what the conversation is. I think you're saying that he has a really chance if he wins a 3P to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
I say that give it some more time.
I think will. I think it's a guaranteed. I'll say this, guys. Lock of the century. Chiefs win against the Eagles. It's a lock. It's a lock. Because again, I tell you. Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, now you hold on, say something.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
So guys, okay. I'll say this and then we can move on to whatever I think we're talking about the NFL honors. But lock of the century, Patrick Mahomes will beat Jalen Hurts. He will not lose to Jalen Hurts. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyways,
lock of the century.
All right, so let's get to some awards because there were a lot.
Before we climb, bro.
Yeah, I guess we'll see on Sunday. So let's.
Actually, he's gonna be so happy that Andy Reid won. Never mind. Can't win with that guy. All
right. Let's start
with Ben. Attaboy Ben Johnson. Attaboy.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Walter Payton Man of the Year. Let's start from the bottom and go all the way to the top. Eric Armstead winning Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yes, congrats to him. But like, I don't really want to. Like, it's good. He's doing good for the community. Like, I like it. Good job, Eric Armstead, and everybody who, was nominated for that award. It's one thing to be influential on the field, but it's another thing to be influential off the field. Sometimes it's just bigger than football. So, shout out to our Eric Armstead and the Jacksonville Jaguars for winning this award and just spreading positivity to the world, man. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
And to the community.
What's crazy? Even Andrew Billings, I think, was from the Chicago Bears, was nominated for this award. So, it's cool. All right. Yeah. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Verse.
Oh,
damn it. I thought that was a pretty good pick.
This hurts, bro. This hurts. Because we could have had him. We were projected to get Jared Verse.
I mean, yeah.
This hurts. This hurts, man.
It does. But it's like
it hurts because like 2 years ago we were projected to get Jalen Carter. We don't get Jalen Carter, and he's an all-pro. Now, defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse.
Like I don't think Jared Verse.
Jared Verse.
Like personally, I don't think Jared Verse would have done like what he is doing with the Rams.
Dude, you can't say that, man. You can't say that.
The only reason I say that is because the defense.
Who does he have?
Huh?
Who does he have? He at least has Montez Sweat.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, like, the development process would not be there. I would say that's my opinion.
I just think that if these players are that good, they can ball. Like he was really good coming out of school.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But I just think that I don't think the Bears defensively were equipped to, because Montez Sweat already was developed before coming here for the most part, and he was able to unlock this defense because the only reason why Matt Eberflus brought him in the first place is because Matt Eberflus is a specialist when it comes to linebackers and DBs, so he's more able to you know tailor his off defense to that. But when it comes to pass rush, that's why we're not able to see a lot of pass rushing and a lot of blitz designs by the Chicago Bears. And not to make this about the Chicago Bears, but
No, I still think
defensively,
that
I think
I
the
still
Rams
think
have a good like disposition when it comes to developing young defensive ends. And Jared Verse is one of those
okay,
examples.
but no, but you're acting like he's coming from like the third round or something. This guy is a first rounder, and he was a top 14 pick in the draft.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't think the production would have been as more prevalent on the
I
Bears.
mean, I'm gonna disagree with you, but I guess like I'll agree
Yeah,
to disagree
but
here. But
yeah, I think this is a pretty solid pick
I'm
for.
not blaming Ryan Poster going for Rome. I'm just saying like this just hurts because like we could have went for Verse, and him and Tez could have been amazing together.
I guess so. Yeah,
Him
but
and Tez, bro.
I think there were like a couple other people that were in the conversation for defensive rookie of the year.
I don't really care about that one, but like that one's like all right. I mean, I knew Jared Verse was gonna win that. I mean, he was a dog, man.
Let me find it real quick. There was like Chop Robinson from the Dolphins, Quinyon Mitchell, Brandon Fisk from the Los Angeles
I actually
Rams.
thought Quinyon was gonna win it, bro. He
Jersey.
was crazy. Quinyon, I think, could have won it, but I think Jared Verse deserves it though.
You know what's funny is that there was like two Rams DEs. Oh wait, sorry, offensive linebacker, sorry, outside linebacker, and then Brandon Fisk as well for the Rams, and then Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell from the Eagles, two Rams, and then one Dolphin from Chop Robinson. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think it's pretty straightforward. Thought it was going to be Jaden Daniels. It definitely is. Yeah, he had the better rookie of the season by far. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it? I guess you're having some technical difficulties again. Um,
Uh,
there's some
okay.
finalists when it comes
I'll be
to.
honest. Bro.
Oh, 1 second. Let me try.
All right. What were you asking again?
All right.
You were
Yeah,
asking defense.
you kept lagging insanely.
Okay, wait. You asked defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, wait,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
For offensive rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels deserved it. Yeah. I mean, Sherman Kayla, bro. I mean, I wish, bro, but like, yeah, no, didn't just no. He did. He definitely deserved it. He deserved it. No, I'm just saying. I wish it was him. But
Yeah, but it's and then the finalists were Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, Bo Nix, and Brian Thomas Jr.
I just think that like
I,
I just think that what Jaden Daniels did this season, like I could see them like if Jaden Daniels like put up these numbers but didn't go to like the playoffs and didn't like do anything crazy, I would have gave the edge to Neighbors or Brock Bowers. Actually, no, actually Bowers. But
Bowers, yeah,
yeah, but like I just think that like the fact that Daniels did this with the number 2 overall pick team was just insane. And I don't know. Like I think the Commanders will be dangerous soon. So I mean, again, they could be the Texans of last year, right? Like surprise, but then slow down. I don't know. But Texans did end the season like they did last year, so it's not like they had a down year. But yeah, I think Daniels deserved it.
yeah. But I really would like Brock Bowers to win, like personally.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I just think that Browers, he was good, bro, but like you don't understand. Like Daniels took a team that was just so bad. Like the Commanders were horrible last year. They were horrible. They were just so unlucky. Like so they just were not as bad as the Panthers, but they were horrible. And you took that team, obviously, great front offers. They, gave a situation better with coaching staff, offensive linemen they got. And Daniels made the best of it. And he did. Like he also like didn't have the craziest weapons too. Like he only had McLaurin, De'Ami Brown. Like we didn't know who he was, and then he elevated him. So I think Daniels deserved it, man. You gotta give
Yeah,
it to Daniels.
that's fair. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow.
Disagree. Even though I'm a big I do not like Sam Darnold. I think he was just so overrated. He deserved it, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? What is Joe Burrow coming back from? Like,
Injury.
Who cares? We all knew who Joe Burrow is. No one questioned Joe Burrow. Like, I'm sorry. I'm actually so sorry, bro. Sam Darnold deserved it. He went 14-3 with the Minnesota Vikings. And guys, this is a rare occurrence. I'm defending Sam Darnold here, guys. Sam Darnold did the impossible. Like, we all thought he'd seen Casper. We all thought that, and he had a heck of a season. Okay, yeah, did he get carried by his team? Sure. Did he not do the best when the moments were bright? Yeah, he didn't. But guess what? He still won. He won games. He put up stats. And Joe Burrow didn't do both. He put up stats, but lost. And what is he coming back from? We still think he's a top 3 quarterback in the league or top 4 quarterback in the league. Sam Darnold was like a top 5 bust. Like, and now he's like he can start in the league. He can start somewhere. I'll be honest. I was mean to him. I'm sorry. He can start somewhere. Like, this is ridiculous. When I saw the notifications, I was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? DeMar Hamlin should have won it 2 year ago. Didn't go to him and went to Joe Flacco. Like, what is Joe Flacco coming back from? DeMar Hamlin almost died on the field. He came back. And played pretty well. Flacco just came back and got torched by the Texans. Like, what are we talking about here, guys? This award has been so bad lately, man. I'm sorry, Joe Burrow. I like you, bro, but I mean, here's my thing. This is my little conspiracy. They needed to give Joe Burrow one award this show, so they knew he's not winning MVP. They knew he's not winning Offensive Player of the Year, so they had to just give it to him, like, Comeback Player of the Year. Like, come on, acknowledge Sam Darnold here, bro. Like, he did something this season. Like,
that's fair.
Like, come on.
I mean, yeah, and then DeMar Hamlin. So the finalists were J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, DeMar Hamlin, and Sam Darnold. I think I kind of agree with your statement. I think Sam Darnold, should have won it.
Okay,
DeMar Hamlin. I won't mind Joe Burrow winning it just for the sole purpose of.
Mind.
No, because I see it from this perspective. Yes, Sam Darnold honestly should have, but for the sake of argument, let's talk about Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow last year, coming back, and then he had the wrist injury that essentially effectively ended their season pretty much for the Bengals. And then he comes back from that injury and puts up nearly 5,000 yards passing. Okay. He was really the reason why the Bengals in general, and his offense, were the reason all that why stats. They had a chance to make the playoffs in the first.
Who cares?
That's fine.
Darnold made the playoffs. Darnold was in the
sake of an argument.
Darnold was in the conversation to being the best team in the NFC. In Week 18, he had the chance to be the best team in the NFC. We're talking about a guy who, did we all think of? Okay, no. I can look at so many other people's podcasts. We can look at our podcast. We can look at the media. No one had them being the best team or the second best team in the NFC North. No one did. No one had them win 14-3. And we're talking about a guy who's Joe Burrow. I'm sorry, I like Burrow, but what are we saying here? But Burrow, did we? Okay, I have a question. After last year's injury, did we ever had a question about Joe Burrow as a talent and as a quarterback in the National Football League? Did we ever had a question? And did we ever question him being a top 5 quarterback? Answer the question. Did you have a question about him being a top 5 quarterback in the league or a good starting quarterback, elite starting quarterback in the league?
No question.
No, right? But Sam Darnold, we had so much questions. The Vikings, JJ McCarthy goes out, and the Vikings plug in Sam Darnold, and we're like, okay, are the Vikings tanking, or are the Vikings just going to be a terrible team, 4-win, 5-win team? And we all thought that, and guess what? He proved us all wrong, and he balled out until the last 2 weeks of the NFL season, and he had a heck of a season. He won more than Joe Burrow this season. I don't understand why Joe Burrow got this award. I'm not trying to make the comeback player of the year such an important award, but we still have to acknowledge players for what they did. And I just think that this is so stupid. And it just pisses me off because last year, DeMar Hamlin should have won it. He should have won it. Like, he almost died on the field. I don't understand how people don't understand that. He almost died on the field, and with the help of God and grace and the Bills and the Bengals health staff, he's alive and he's playing better than ever. That's what comeback player of the year should be. It should just be to a guy that's already proven and had a heck of a year and did not make the playoffs and put up all these stats for nothing. I still think Burrow is still a fantastic quarterback, playoffs or not. He's a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League. He's beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Only one other guy has done that, Tom Brady. He went to the Super Bowl.
All right, I think he's having some technical difficulties once again. But yeah, I see what you mean.
Wait, can you hear me?
Oh, not kind of, yeah. You're like frozen, but yeah, I get your point. I think for the most part, you are right. I think it is an award like that. It's supposed to be like that. And it's really just we have to really delve into what really the definition of comeback player of the year, and you have a really good point in that sense. Yeah, but I do think
I feel bad for Darnold, man.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and we'll see.
Because dude, think about Darnold's standpoint real quick, and then we could go back to the other awards. You had a chance to get a $40 million, $50 million or something, like 45, 50 million, and you had such a great season, and then you're not gonna get the bag anymore. You're not gonna be the starting quarterback of the Vikings anymore, and it's now you have to hope that someone in free agency gets him. And now he goes to this NFL honors event. So, okay, maybe I can get acknowledged for what I did this season, which is amazing. And he doesn't even get that either. I feel bad for the guy, man. I mean, I do. I don't say this a lot, bro, but I mean, honestly, guys, I feel bad, bro. After this, I might not have to hate. I might start liking Sam Darnold after this, man, as a quarterback, because this is ridiculous. He got snubbed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And then let's move on to the next one. That is assistant coach of the year, former Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, and current Chicago Bears head coach.
I mean, this is an easy one.
First W for Ben Johnson as Chicago Bear in my eyes. He won it with the Lions, but he won it as a Bears head coach. So,
I mean,
it makes the most sense. He was one of the best offensive coordinators in the league, and I think he deserved it for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's no. I mean, let's see what the other.
I think Liam Cohen maybe, but nah, I'm gonna go with Ben. Ben was obvious.
So the other ones were Joe Brady, Brian Flores, Aaron Glenn and Vic Fangio.
Oh, Liam Cohen wasn't even in it. Never mind.
No.
I guess they didn't have
the only one maybe would be Aaron Glenn, but I don't, or even Vic Fangio, but I think it was Ben Johnson.
I mean, yeah, maybe. All right, what's the next award?
Coach of the year. This I have some issues with.
No, I don't have a single issue with this. You went 14-3 with Sam Darnold as your quarterback. You deserve to be coach of the year.
Well, I agree. I 100% agree with that. Yeah, that's completely fair. But the only pushback I have is that let me list out the nominees first.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, Andy Reid, and then Kevin O'Connell. Okay. I generally don't have a problem with Kevin O'Connell winning this. You
think Dan Quinn should have won it?
I think it's either between Dan Quinn or Dan Campbell. And here's why I think it's either one of those two. Because Dan Campbell, if you look at from a holistic perspective of this season, Dan Campbell not only beat Kevin O'Connell twice, but he had the best record in the NFC and led to this division win Like, yes, this doesn't.
Okay.
All these votes happened before the playoffs. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is fresh in everyone's mind that Dan Campbell was the guy for the Detroit Lions. And how can you take a coach that is in the nomination along with the like a division rival coach and pick the guy that lost to that said nominee twice in the same season, got outclassed, outperformed against them? That's just my take. And then another argument for Dan Quinn is that he took a number 2 overall pick team and took them, to 12-5 and made the
But like,
playoffs.
no, here's my thing, man. Actually, honestly, why are we not talking about Andy Reid?
No, dude, he won it many times. Like, no, no,
No, he
no,
didn't. He's only won it once. The reason why I think Andy Reid should have won this is
no. It's not gonna be Andy Reid.
wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
sorry.
hold
He
on.
is
Wait,
not as
wait. I
impressive
think
though.
no, it is impressive. I'll tell you why
No,
it's impressive. No, you're not letting me tell you why it's impressive. Andy Reid, right? And I feel like the Chiefs. I mean, this is just motivation for the Chiefs. I mean, they only got nominated one award, and which was the Coach of the Year. It's like you have okay. You lost your running back one. No, you did. Pacheco was out for most of the year. Okay. You lose Hollywood Brown. The season even doesn't even start, and you lose Hollywood Brown as your wide receiver. Okay. You lose Rashi Rice, your wide receiver, another wide receiver, right? And you go 9-0, and then you acquire D Hop. Okay. Then you go there, and then you lose Jalen Watson, and people don't know him, but he's a really good corner. Jalen Watson, you lose him. And with all of that, and all the media winning 15, they won 11, no, I think they won 14 straight one-score games. On a three-peat with championship fatigue and all that, you go and win 15-1. I don't care about 52. No one cares about that last game. Your starters didn't play. I don't give a crap about that. You were 15-1. I don't understand why Andy Reid didn't win it. Now, I understand why Kevin O'Connell wins it because, you did with Sam Darnold. But I think people are not giving Andy Reid enough love, bro. And I think Andy Reid should always win Coach of the Year because he's the best coach in the league. It's not even close, man. He does more with less. He does. He does more with less. He does more with less. You can ask any Eagles player and they'll say that. Any Chiefs player, they'll say that. Injuries or not, injuries were played with his team and they still went 15-1. And are going
you can't make the same argument about the Detroit Lions.
No, I can't. The reason why I can't say that is because the Detroit Lions did not have to go. First of all, the Detroit Lions did not have to go through the Chiefs schedule. The Chiefs had to beat one of the so the Chiefs had to go against the AFC North, one of the hardest divisions in football. You know what they did? Swept them. Then they had to go against I think they went against the NFC South. They weren't that bad. They were easy. But dude, think about it. Andy Reid, you want to in this list the quarterbacks that Andy Reid beat? He beat Lamar Jackson. He beat Josh Allen. No, he didn't beat Josh Allen, but he beat I forgot what the other ones he beat, but he beat a lot of good quarterbacks and he beat a lot of teams this season that are in the playoffs right now. I'm just saying this. He beat the Texans too. He beat the Chargers twice. He beat the Broncos once. I mean, I don't really count the other game. Like you didn't have your players. But that's all I'm saying, man. I think Andy Reid should get a lot more love, man. He does not get enough love. And you know what's motivation, man? Go, Andy. Honestly, go out there and win a Super Bowl and prove why you should have been Coach of the Year, man. I'm being so serious.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I just think that he's obviously going to be in the conversation, but yeah, I mean, he got nominated, so at least that's good for him. Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain from the Denver Broncos.
Well deserved. Mm-hmm. Well deserved. PS2 finally giving a cornerback some love for this award. It's always an edge rusher. It's always a linebacker. Now it's a DB. Even those DBs some love, man. PS2 is the second best corner in the league. You know who number one is? Oh, yeah, actually, number one is number one, bro. Jalen Johnson, a.k.a. Lockdown. I'm kidding. PS2 is the best right now in the league, but Jalen Johnson number 2. He's coming for that title. I'm telling you guys, next year, Depoy is Jalen Johnson, bro. I'm telling you all right now. Next year is gonna be him, bro. But more on Patrick Surtain. I mean, he had an amazing season this year. Was one of the best coverage D-backs in the league. And yeah, I mean, like, I just think he's the best corner in the league, man. Like, he's crazy, man.
Yeah, and if you look at the finalists, Zach Bond, linebacker, Philadelphia Eagles, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, TJ Watt, like he's the only CB, like the back or like a secondary player that is on this list. And to beat out all these like linebackers and edge rushers is very impressive. And yeah, he definitely should have won this. And I felt like he deserved
Yeah.
this award. He's been one of the best, picks from that 2021 draft. And the Broncos are really lucky to have him in the first place. So yeah, I think that's well deserved, and I don't really have any pushback from that. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. No pushback either. I think that Saquon well deserved
Yeah,
to
well
win
deserved.
that. Honestly, I really wanted Saquon to win MVP, but that wasn't going to happen either way because it's usually a quarterback's award for MVP. So the closest thing you can get is Offensive Rookie of the Year. Sorry, Offensive Player of the Year. So at the end of the day, Saquon Barkley, well deserved for that. And his finalists were Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson. Any pushback?
For what? OPOY?
Yeah.
No, I think Barkley should have won it, man. Maybe Burrow, but no, I think you got to give it to Barkley, bro. Barkley is crazy, man.
I felt like at one point it was like between Barkley and Derrick Henry at one point, and then Barkley just stole the show. And yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, I think Joe Burrow could have been in the conversation. Who else was there? Jamar Chase. Didn't he have the Triple Crown?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that could be a case as well. So, and then Lamar Jackson, obviously with the season that he's had, MVP like season. We'll get to that soon. But yeah, I mean, Saquon Barkley, I have no pushback if you don't either. So let's move on to the last award, MVP, going to none other than Buffalo Bills quarterback Joshua Allen. What are your thoughts on this?
All right, so I see the title of our video is "Did Lamar Jackson get snubbed for MVP?" Now, if we can go back last year, the question should have been: Did Christian McCaffrey get snubbed for MVP? Because I feel like last year the quarterbacks did not deserve to get MVP, but we had to give it to a quarterback, so we give it to Josh Allen. Now this year, Lamar had all the crazy stats.
I mean, last year you gave it to Lamar.
You gave it to Lamar, sorry. But this year, he had all the crazy stats, but you didn't have the record. And Josh Allen also had nobody. I mean, I'm sorry. He had one All-Pro. Him and himself. And him and I think the left.
Oh, he never won it all. Okay, that's another thing. Josh Allen is not didn't get All Pro this year. So what? Okay, the weird thing about this,
he's All-Pro. He's number 2.
He's All Pro too, not for second team.
Yes, I mean he's second team. But I'm talking about he has another All-Pro guy, only one. Lamar Jackson has 8 of them in All-Pros. So if you look at it, he had a better team, but then also Josh Allen won more games. I know Lamar beat them head to head, but if you look at it, Lamar, you got your MVP last year without having the crazy stats because you had the better record this year. I have no pushback. I'm okay with this one, man. I'm okay. Lamar, I don't think Lamar cares. I'll be honest. I don't think Lamar cares. I think Lamar cares about winning a Super Bowl. And that's what he should care about, not choking in the playoffs. That's what he should worry about, not losing when it matters the most. I'm not saying, obviously Mark Andrews he's sold. But I think he's more focused about that. And maybe next year we're going to get an even better Lamar Jackson. And maybe he'll win MVP next year. But this year, I'm so happy they acknowledge that Josh Allen had literally no buddies on his team. He had to be Superman all the time. And yeah, I gotta give it to Lamar, man. Sorry, I gotta give it to Josh Allen, man. I have no pushback on that. I was so happy when he won the award.
Yeah, I was really
Deserved.
happy too. I mean, I really thought that Lamar Jackson was going to win this one. I really, really hoped that Josh Allen was going to pull off a victory, and it was actually a closer margin of victory. Believe it or not, when it comes to that, he was like 4 votes off of Lamar Jackson winning it. But then again, the finalists for this award were Saquon, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and obviously Lamar Jackson. The thing is, the reason why I made this video, did Lamar Jackson get snubbed, is mainly due to the fact that this was a season where he had an insane passing season for him. He hit 4,000 yards plus. He
But I don't
had
care.
40 touchdowns. Had all the stats that you can ask for a quarterback to win MVP.
You
So
gotta have the record. You don't have the
yeah,
record. And you had all the all pros. You didn't have the record. And Josh Allen had to be Superman this year. They basically had nobodies. And if you look at the rushing touchdown Josh Allen has, he has a lot of rushing touchdowns. He has a lot with his legs this season too. So I don't care, man. Lamar, you didn't. Okay, then like Lamar, you shouldn't have won last year.
exactly. Yeah.
So
I mean, last year I think.
and
I
I
think
promise you guys, Lamar Jackson does not care that he won. I don't know if Lamar. I think that's what he thinks. He does not care that he didn't win MVP. He definitely cares about winning the Super Bowl, and hopefully one day he does. Maybe hopefully one day he gets over the hump of the playoffs. But right now, that should be his focus, not the MVP. But congratulations.
too. Yeah. So like, genuinely, I completely agree. Like,
Yeah, I was happy Lamar. Sorry, I'm happy Josh Allen won it, man.
yeah. And then
That's
what
it.
else is there? Yeah, I guess that's it for the awards. We finished a lot earlier than we thought because I feel like this was the more. This is also a pretty solid, you know, NFL awards. I felt nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure, for sure.
but yeah, I mean, what a season! What a season it's been. You know, who would have thought a lot of these like teams and players and stuff win these awards? Happy for Josh Allen finally getting an MVP. Um, Especially a well deserved one in a sense where he's done so much for this organization. So
I mean,
hopefully he gets over the hump someday for the playoffs. But
you
that's
gotta
here
hope.
and there.
You gotta hope that 15 is not there. That's all I gotta say. You gotta hope 15 is not there. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but I guess that's gonna do it. Do you have anything else to add?
Nah, I mean, dude, guys, like this is Super Bowl weekend, bro. Like, honestly, guys, Monday should be off, man. It should be a national holiday, man. Like, it's ridiculous that people have to like wake up the next day and go to work, go to school on a
Yeah, I mean
Super Bowl.
everyone's team is gonna be in the Super Bowl, so it's like.
No, I'm just saying, like, it should be like a national holiday. You
But
know what I'm saying?
it's not really a national holiday if it's only a fan for football. But I understand what you mean. I
No, but
understand.
it's like no, but like people who are not even Super Bowl, like football fans are gonna watch the game, and then like people because they're gonna watch the halftime show, and like you know what I'm saying. So like, and like, dude, like, come on, we're Bears fans, and we're still watching the Super Bowl. We still watch the playoffs. We still like
Yeah.
because we like football.
No,
So
not
it's not
even
like,
like yeah. I see what you mean.
so
Yeah.
it's like even like other like I used to not watch football, but I always watch the Super Bowl. I always watch Super Bowl. So you know, just enjoy watching football, guys. Like this is it's the last football game of the year, and then it's gonna be a whole long off season, man. And we're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna be counting down to the NFL season. So like, just enjoy it, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Just enjoy football. I mean, you're gonna have the NBA, and then the summer is dreaded with just baseball. So like, yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah. I guess that's going to do it for today's episode of the podcast. If you made it this far, thank you guys again for so much for supporting us throughout this entire season. Um, can't wait for what's to come in the off season, and always feel free to subscribe, like, and comment down below what you guys think about your picks for the uh, NFL award winners and your thoughts on the winners itself. Um, be sure to subscribe to SlashingGotNext. He's also putting out content as well, per usual.
Sure.
And yeah, it's
Yep.
gonna do it. Appreciate you guys again for tuning in, and as always, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.